What's good, YouTube? It's your boy here, Mr. Epic Gaming, back again with yet another video. And today I'm going to be talking to you about my thoughts on how I felt about the EGX 2018 that just went by. I know this is a bit late for this video, guys. Obviously the event was like 2 weeks ago, but your boy's been working. So I know I'm a bit late, but I'm going to let you know how I felt. But first, let me dive into what I thought of the event. Let you know. I mean, right off the rip, I'll be honest with you, the games that we had were okay, but a lot was missing. A lot. The main games everyone wanted to come and play. I mean, you had your Assassin's Creed, your Black Ops 4 was the main ones as well. Hitman 2, then you got your fighting genre, Jump Force, you had My Hero, One's Justice. I mean, if you've seen, I mean, I've put out obviously all my videos of days 1 to 4. So if you look back on my previous videos, you can see obviously what games are available to play, like what I played and what was around the show floor. But there was a lot missing, and it's so disheartening because obviously this comes around once a year for us to get hands on with these games. Obviously we're excited when the E3 drops, and then when they announce the big titles at that time, and then obviously you got Gamescom straight after in Germany, where they showcase most of the games anyway before they get to us here in the UK. And yeah, I mean, UK fans, we wait a whole year. We usually wait a whole year for this as well. But they just feel like they neglected us this year. They didn't bring out the heavy hitters. There was a lot missing, and EGX decided this year to do their first event in Berlin as well. So they did a Berlin one straight after. I think it was like the week. Yeah, I think it was the week after. They done the one in Birmingham with us. And what was disheartening to hear was that games that were meant to be here with us in Birmingham didn't come, and they went to Berlin instead. And even your main titles that were meant to be even like FIFA's like there every year. I mean, I'm not a huge FIFA fan, but I know some people never played the game before, obviously maybe not downloaded the demo, wanted to obviously play some kind of version at the show, and they weren't even there. No Pro Evolution. There was, you know what I mean, it was really weird, and they had like advertising on the board before we walked into the event, like even like WWE was in there to play and stuff like that. They had stuff on the promo board before we walked in to say, yeah, like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna play that, and games weren't even there. Like, a lot of things were missing. And as I say, the Berlin one got the bulk of the games that most people wanted to come and play. I'm gonna let you know what Berlin had that was missing from Birmingham. I mean, your main ones here, I mean, you've got, I mean, Devil May Cry 5, that's the first key one, pretty much announced at E3. Gamescom, they had running, they had gameplay, you could play at Gamescom and stuff. So from when you see things at Gamescom, we know at least about 60, I would say 70% of them games are coming to here, like for us to play, unless it is like last minute, like they say to us last minute, they pull out and they don't show. But I mean, heavy hitter like that, Devil May Cry 5, I mean, I've been excited to play that. I think I told most people that will be my first game when I get there to run and go play, and to go there and find out it wasn't even there was disheartening. Another one here, Resident Evil 2, obviously the remastered version, that wasn't there. I mean, like games like that. I think even Days Gone as well. Days Gone was in Berlin as well, and it's just the other title. I mean, obviously looking at the Berlin, looking here on the Berlin list, they didn't have as much as us, but they had the key titles that we wanted to play in Birmingham, which is a bit annoying. I mean the floor in Birmingham was cool, but there was not much presence. And the biggest one for me that wasn't no presence was pretty much, I haven't been to Eurogamer for 3 years, 2-3 years now. Because last year I went to Gamescom in Germany. The year before that and the year before that. No, yeah, it's about 3 years I haven't gone. I went there when it first went to Birmingham, obviously before they shut the Earls Court down here in London. So yeah, this is my first time back, and the main thing that wasn't there for me was Xbox had no presence on the shop floor, and I'm a huge Xbox fan, as you all know. And not have a booth or any section is crazy. And then apparently there was like a, you have to pay £15 for like a fest ticket, XO Fest ticket. I'm not sure what that was. Personally, I didn't read into it that much. But if anyone went to the XO Fest, I mean the event outside, I think it was outside in another hall or wherever. But if anyone went to it, just in the comments below, let me know what happened or what was it about, because I have no idea. And it was confusing to me because obviously, I mean, there was games in there playable on Xbox and stuff like this. So I was like, okay, where's your booth? Obviously Nintendo had theirs, PlayStation had theirs, even though PlayStation didn't have much, but they still made their presence felt. I mean, obviously Nintendo was popping with Mario Party, Smash Brothers crazy, obviously you had Pokemon. So there was a ton of things for Nintendo to do, obviously up and coming stuff. But Xbox, it kind of shocked me. To be fair, I mean, I say a huge fan of Xbox, number one for me, but to have no presence at the show was very shocking to me. But yeah, I mean, all in all, the event was okay. There's just a disappointment of there's certain games that show up, and yeah, it's like everyone's paid their money like for 4 days, or come down just for a weekend, or to play that one game they think is going to be there, and it's just not there. And there's even lack of, like, I say, presence from teams and stuff like that wasn't there. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't that great. It wasn't that great this year. I do want to go next year. Hopefully, if things improve, or if not that, I will probably try and go to Gamescom, because I think Gamescom you get that E3 backlash onto it, as in we get the trickle down, like watered down parts of it, like hopefully it's going to be there, as in, but with Gamescom you know it's going to be there because it's so close, pretty much like a month or two after, as in we're like 3 or 5, almost like 4 or 5 months after. So you know what I mean, you have to wait so long, unless you're hitting other private events and stuff to play these games. But yeah, I mean, all no games. Eurogamer here was okay. It was okay. Eurogamer was cool, but they just need to. I think they just need to talk to more of us, like us people, us fans and stuff, and really ask us sometimes what we want. I mean, they try and tease us beforehand with the games that are coming, this, that, and people are requesting games, like they're asking, oh, what do you want to see, and we're telling them what we want to see and stuff like this, and then there's no reply, and then you go there and you wonder why there's no reply, because there's nothing there to play, really. But I mean, I say everyone walking around, everyone was cool at the event, all the gamers, all the fans and everything. Everyone was good. Everyone was really cool. Like everyone was down to earth, good to chat to. Lots of jokes with everyone in the community and stuff like that. Talking to obviously like developers and community managers about certain games and stuff like this going forward, and it was all good in that sense. But I say just the lack of quality of the games and stuff. It was a bit dry, a bit dry. But if I had to give the event out of 10, I'll probably give it. I mean, it's just about 6. I'd say I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. Because the presence of most games that were there, that should have been there, obviously gone to Berlin, and then they're playing it. It's just like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And games pulling out last minute. You don't expect that. You just don't expect that. pay so much money, you get excited for months, do you know what I mean, to play certain games, and not to be there is a bit disheartening. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Hopefully next year I'll go again, and hopefully bump into some of you guys out there as well. And as I say, we'll see what happens next year, really, innit? That's all we can do.